Hi everyone, in this tutorial we're gonna go ahead and create another Android application. So just click on this start a new Android Studio project. Okay, now for the application name, just type in app 8, and here you can actually specify the company domain, package name and project location, and then click on next. Here make sure that you actually choose the API 16 Android 4.1 Jelly Bean. Next, blank activity, next, and here don't change anything, and then click on finish. Okay everyone, now just delete this hello world text view here, and then double click on this res folder here, layout, and then double click on this activity underline main.xml, and then click on this floating action button here, and then press on enter key on your keyboard. Okay, so let's go back inside this content underline main.xml, and now I want to actually drag in a linear layout vertical into this screen here. Okay, so just drag it in the center of the screen, and then click on relative layout, and let's actually find the padding attribute that is actually related to this relative layout. And for the all, just put in number 0 here, and as you can see now, this linear layout vertical is actually covering the entire screen. Okay, the entire width and the entire height of the screen. Okay, so now I want to actually drag in a linear layout horizontal into this linear layout vertical. Okay, now as you can see in this component tree section, as you can see here, I have a linear layout horizontal inside this linear layout vertical. Okay, so now I want to actually put some components inside this linear layout horizontal. Okay, now in order to actually drag a large text view into this linear layout horizontal, I can just click on this large text view here, and then you can just click on this linear layout horizontal here. Okay, so as you can see here, now this large text view, this text view is actually inside this linear layout horizontal. Okay, as you can see, I can close and open this linear layout horizontal by just clicking on this Ledo triangle here. Okay, so this text view is inside of this linear layout horizontal. So now let's actually double click on this large text view here, and for the text, just type in here, am I healthy? And for the ID, just type in here txt healthy. So now as you can see here, I actually changed the text and the ID of this text view. So now I want to actually drag in a checkbox into this linear layout horizontal. Okay, so let's actually find the checkbox here. As you can see, I have this checkbox component here. So now let's actually select this checkbox here, and then you can actually click on this linear layout horizontal, or you can actually drag it here into this linear layout horizontal. Okay, so I just click on this linear layout horizontal here. So as you can see here, now this checkbox is beside this am I healthy text view. So because this is actually a linear layout and its orientation is horizontal, it's gonna actually put the components beside each other. So hopefully that makes sense. And let's actually click on this checkbox here, and for the text, just type in here yes, and for the ID, you can actually type in CHX. This CHX stands for checkbox. CHX healthy yes. CHX healthy yes. So now again, let's actually drag in another checkbox here. So just click on this checkbox here, and then again put it inside this linear layout horizontal. So just double click on this checkbox, and for the text, just type in here no, and for the ID, just type in here CHX healthy no. Okay, so as you can see here, I have a linear layout horizontal here, and I have a text view here, am I healthy, and I have this yes checkbox and this no checkbox here. Okay, so let's actually click on this linear layout horizontal here, and let's actually find the gravity attribute. As you can see, I have layout gravity. Okay, this attribute is for the gravity of this linear layout itself, and this attribute, this gravity attribute here, is actually for the gravity of the childs of this linear layout. These components are actually the children of this linear layout. Okay, so now let's actually click on this linear layout horizontal and just open this gravity attribute by actually clicking on this Ledo triangle here, and then check this checkbox here that says center underline horizontal. Now as you can see, these components are actually positioned at the center of this linear layout. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. So this gravity attribute is for actually positioning your components inside the screen. Okay, so now let's actually go back inside this main activity.java file here, and now let's actually delete these lines of code here, and again delete these lines of code that actually are related to the floating action button. And now I can actually put my own codes inside of this onCreate method. Okay, now let's actually create a text view object here inside this onCreate method. Okay, text view, and for the name of this text view object, just type in here txt healthy. Okay, and then put an assignment operator here. And now I need to actually cast this object to a text view object. Okay, find view by id r.id.txt healthy. Okay, so now let's actually create an object from this checkbox here, checkbox class. So again, I can just type in here checkbox. Okay, so as you can see here, I have a class called checkbox. So let's actually hold the command key and then click on this checkbox here. If you are using a Windows machine, you need to actually hold the control key and then click on this checkbox. Okay, so as you can see here, this checkbox class is actually extending this compound button class. So let's actually hold the command key and let's go inside this compound button. And this compound button is actually extending this button class. Okay, and this button class is actually extending this text view class, and this text view class is extending this view class. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. And let's actually close these classes that I actually opened. Okay, so inside this main activity.java, as you can see, I have a class called checkbox. Okay, so for the name of this object, I can just type in chx healthy yes, and then I put an assignment operator here, and then I actually put in a pair of round brackets here in order to cast this object to a checkbox object. Okay, otherwise the compiler may think that we are actually referring to an object of type view. Okay, so checkbox find view by id r.id.chx healthy yes. Okay, so now this object is actually referring to this component here. Okay, this checkbox that says yes. So let's actually create another checkbox for this checkbox component here. So again, I can actually refer to the name of this checkbox class, checkbox chx healthy no. Okay, and then I put an assignment operator here, and then inside the round brackets, again I can actually cast this object to the checkbox object, and then I can just type in find view by id r.id.chx no. Okay, chx healthy no. Okay, and now let's actually run our project and see what happens. Okay, now as you can see, our application is actually running on this emulator here. Okay, and this is our text view, am I healthy, and these are two checkboxes here. Okay, yes checkbox and no checkbox. Okay, so now I want to do something that whenever I actually check one of these checkboxes, the other checkbox be checked off. Okay, when I actually check this yes checkbox here, I cannot check this no checkbox here too. Okay, so let's actually do that. First of all, I need to actually refer to the name of this chx healthy yes object here. Okay, now I can just refer to the name of this chx healthy yes object dot set onClick listener new view dot onClick listener. Okay,